Hi, I'm Dayle Extrell. Welcome to Citizen Yoga on Demand. Today's 10-minute practice is massage ball release work. So grab a tennis ball, or if you'd like, you can use a racquetball ball, a massage ball that's made for this. But a tennis ball works great if you have one. So I'm going to start with the check-in of our body. So just stand in a comfortable position. Let your feet be about hips width apart. If you want, you can rock a little bit forward and back on them. If it's comfortable for you to close your eyes, then you can do that too. And just see if you can, for a moment, feel what's going on in your body. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And exhale out your mouth. Take another deep breath in all the way down into the lungs. Let your belly relax. If it feels good to sigh, do that. All right, great. Notice where your weight likes to hang out, in the front or the back of your feet, if you're locking your knees or if they're kind of soft already. No judgment, just checking in on your typical stance here, what you're feeling. If there's tension, maybe in the shoulders, upper back, lower back, whatever you're noticing. Again, just check in, observe it, and now we're going to take our little massage ball, in this case my tennis ball, and we're going to start at the feet. So you're going to place the ball right under the arch of the foot, and I'm placing it pretty much right where the toe mound, little fuzzies, toe mound and the heel here, right in that space between, right? So the arch of the foot, and you're going to go in all directions, but I'm starting with just forward and back, so moving up and down here on the foot. You can do this sitting down if you'd like as well. I'm standing near a wall. We will be using a little bit of wall space for some of this. You can also do all of this on the floor if you like. It's just a little more intense. So if your ball is sliding all around the room, you might need to be a little more gentle with it. And just also give yourself permission to go and catch the ball. No big deal if it's moving around. You don't have to do a very long roll here, but we're just going to keep going a few more moments, side to side. For this one, I'm going to stick my heel on the floor, like so. So this is my foot here, and I'm going to move my foot around the ball from side to side. And again, I'm in the arch of the foot, but you can move up toward the toes. Getting a little bit of creaky crunchiness going on. This is great to just open up the foot. Especially, you don't have to have pain in your feet to work the feet. The feet are a really great place to start because they help open up the whole rest of the body. Okay, and then just roll wherever feels nice. For me, on the inner part of the arch feels nice, near the big toe area, and then toward the pinky toe side of the foot. All right, and now we're going to switch to the other foot. So, standing on that right foot, and I can already feel like, oh, my foot feels a little bit softer, more open. On my feet, I go pretty quickly, I feel, forward and back. But you can go really slow here. That's going to help if the ball is moving around quite a bit. If you're using a lacrosse ball or something that's a little bit harder, you're going to really want to take your time because it might be a little bit painful. If you do feel pain, you want it to hurt so good, right? We don't want to feel like this is causing any damage, but we want it to feel like the pain is being released from the body, not that we're inflicting this on ourselves. Okay, so I'm going from side to side now, rolling the toes, kind of like a little sway. My heel is grounded for this one. I'm going to back up the ball a little bit. It's kind of rolling away from me. So at any time you feel like that, just pause, recollect the ball. And I'm going to go forward and back just a few more times. We could spend a full 30 minutes using the massage ball on the feet, but I want to get into things that are going to help release the low back and the upper back and shoulders. So we're going to let that foot relax. Grab your tennis ball and just stand on both feet and feel what might be different. For me already, there's a little bit of like tingly buzziness in my feet, just waking them up. Circulation is already feeling better, and I feel like more of my foot is receptive to the ground. All right, so now we're gonna move up to the glutes. This is great to do if you're having any kind of low back pain. Glute release is helpful for that. It's also great if you spend a lot of time sitting, or if you've been spending a lot of time running or walking or biking, this can feel really great. So we're gonna move into the wall. The ball on the wall can slide around. So if you need to, grab a sock. This is a clean sock preferably. Put the ball into the sock. And this is so you have something to hold on to so that the ball doesn't shoot away from you. So I'm gonna hold on to the sock here and put the ball on the wall. I'm gonna start with I'll start with my right side. So I'm putting the ball right into the kind of juicy part of my glute. And I'm just gonna hold the sock here on the side. And now we're doing kind of like a little sway from side to side. So if you wanna see where I'm putting the ball, it's just kind of going back and forth here. So if you're feeling like your sacrum, that's the bony landmark, putting it on the fleshy part here below that bony ridge. So side to side there. This feels really nice. And I say nice because it is a little bit sensitive for me here and there's a lot of tension. Okay, I'm gonna get down a little bit lower, putting the ball a little bit lower. And now this is what we call, I think, the little hip circles. So I'm circling my hip into the ball. If you're doing this on the ground, you would just sit on the ball and then move around on the ground in that way. You can also do it with a little figure 4 shape here. So kind of getting right into the middle of that glute. And you can just sit and press on it there. So 2 different ways to move around there. You can keep moving and just kind of opening up the tissue that way, or you pin it down and just breathe into that. So the pinning is where you get really deep in. Now I'm moving around, so getting this area, I moved here, I'm getting in here, and I'm gonna go just a little bit lower into my glutes. And it's kind of getting in towards hamstring attachment too. Oop, the ball is sliding around, so it's a little tricky. Yeah. And again, you can go in all directions here. Just be gentle around bony places, especially if you have a really hard ball. Okay, we're gonna do the other side. We're almost done. Whew, that side feels good. Okay, ball, I have the ball in the sock. That's totally optional, you don't have to do that. But if it's sliding around from you, pause, grab a sock and slide it in. Okay. Side to side here, right up at the top. Like right where the top of your pants pockets would be. Your back pockets, right? Slide it from side to side. This would be good to have like a little song on, I think, while you're doing it. And the slower you go, you're kind of really gonna push, smooth it out. So sometimes I'll start going a little bit more quickly and then just slow things down. You get into those juicy spots. Oh, I think I found a little spicy spot right there, so I'm just gonna push into it. So that's where we're just pinning, right? And then we can do that pin and kind of stretch where I come into that figure 4 shape. So I'm stretching it out and I'm gonna pin, and then I can move around. Whew. Again, you could do this on the ground if the wall is not helpful for you. When it's on the ground, the ball does roll around a lot there too. And this is great stuff to do if you don't have time to go get a full body massage, but you feel like you need a little bit of self-care, just 10 quick minutes. Okay, whew. I notice when I'm releasing tension from my glutes, I put it up in my face and my neck, so just relaxing that area too. Try not to just trade where you're putting your tension, but we are gonna get up there next. That's another reason why we start at the bottom, work our way to the top. Okay. Feels good. All right, now we're gonna get into this upper back area, shoulder situation. So the sock is really great for this. You can just toss it over your shoulder. We'll do this side first. We started on the right, so I'm just sticking with the right on each side. And I'm gonna start kind of low, so right around where the bottom of the shoulder blade is, and I'm gonna move the ball up slowly to this area. So it's gonna drag all the way up there. So I'm starting here, right between my spine and my shoulder blade, so not on any bones. And then I'm just gonna kind of chug. So I'm bending my knees and just kind of moving up and down a little. Feels really nice. This area is always like, it's a good spot to get. So again, I'm just starting low and then I'm moving up and I'm just pulling the ball up a little bit at a time too. So maybe about 10 seconds in each little spot. Then I'm gonna move the ball a little higher until I'm like between the shoulder blade and the spine. And in that spot, I can feel, oh, I wanna go just like a little side to side, move things around. Again, keep moving my body up and down a little. Instead of the ball, it's a little bit easier. Any sighs are welcome. We're almost done with this, so just a little bit more here near the trap. So my ball is fairly close to, you can actually see the ball here in the sock, it's at the top. And this is where I'm gonna move my feet further away from the wall and really lean in, and then I'm just gonna move my head a little bit from side to side, because this really feels like there's a lot there. So this is that pin and stretch. I'm gonna hold the ball, the tail, if you will, and move my right arm up and down. So again, I'm right up here near the traps. This is a little pin and stretch situation. It can feel really nice moving it out to the side and just finding different movements with the arm. But this one just straight up and down in front of me, like you're shaking someone's hand, and then continuing up to the ceiling is nice. All right, we gotta do the other side. Oh, whoop, that felt great. All right, toss it over your shoulder, bring it down so it's around the bottom of the shoulder blade, between that and the spine. And then we're gonna just chug a lug up to the top. And again, if this certain spot feels good for you, just stay longer, right? It's gonna feel different every day. You might turn on the video and just skip right ahead to the shoulder stuff. But I promise you, doing all three, just feet, glutes, and then this upper back area is gonna really improve your mobility, range of motion, and just if you're having any kind of pain or soreness, this can help alleviate that before you're doing your yoga or your workout, or after. So either before or after is good, or do it on your rest day. All right, we're chug-a-lugging up to the top. I'm gonna do this part for a lot longer, I think. So I encourage you to just keep on going once we finish. Anywhere that felt really nice. Okay, we're getting up to the spot. And I get to this spot and I feel it like in my jaw, I feel it in my neck. So we're right up at the top now, right where the traps are. I'm gonna walk my feet a little further away, lean into the wall, that's giving me more pressure. And then I'm gonna move this arm, so we're doing the pin and stretch situation. Breathing is super important for this. So if you noticed you were holding your breath, then I encourage you to do the whole video again without holding your breath, and just nice, deep, slow breathing if you can. A lot of this is intuitive, right? So where you're feeling like, oh, that feels really great, it's a good idea to just stay there for a little bit and breathe. Again, if it's hurting so good, that's a good sign. But if you're finding pain or it doesn't go away when you stop and there's still pain there, you might want to check out your physical therapist, your doctor, chiropractor, or someone who is a professional that can see your specific body and what's going on. All right. Well, I don't know about you, but I feel a lot better. So thanks for joining me today, and namaste.